These allegations and accusations that have been circulating about me are false.
That is kidnapping. There is a felony interference with custody here in Georgia as well. So they've taken out a warrant here as well as the kidnapping warrant in Maryland as well. So she's got 2 cases that she has to face. So once she's either granted bond on the case in Maryland, she's going to have to return to Georgia and address those felony charges of interference with custody.
We are covering the unfolding saga, Eric, and now has turned into a bit more of a legal saga that we are seeing with Big Tigger, his estranged wife. I understand she has been arrested on some pretty serious charges.
Back my phone.
Get off of me.
Give me back my phone. You don't need it. What do you need it for?
Get off of me.
What do you need it for?
Get off of me. Please get off of me.
As soon as you give me my phone.
Please get off of
It's
me.
my phone.
Please get off of me.
Registered in my name.
Please get off of me.
Give me my phone.
Someone inside the home on Aaron Russell Court called police saying the child vanished around 1 a.m.
We don't have any evidence right now that showed that this was some type of stranger abduction. The interesting thing about this situation is that this was the same young lady who was left inside of a car by her mother about 6 years ago while the mother was inside of a casino.
It was a dangerous and illegal gamble that 24-year-old Alicia Denise Brown took on New Year's Eve, one that landed her in handcuffs. The Baltimore mother left her 4-year-old daughter alone in the car all day at the Maryland Live Casino in Hanover. A visibly angry Lieutenant TJ Smith told reporters.
As y'all can see, Big Tigger's wife almost put him in the blender. And this is the prime example that you need to be careful who you let into your life. Discernment is key. Opening the door for anyone or anything can eventually lead to the devil walking in. And that's what happened in this situation. How Big Tigger didn't see the signs before he married and had children with this woman, we may never know. But what we do know is that this chick is a complete psychopath. We about to get into a deep story, man. This shit gets very, very, very crazy. And the father of her missing child, who's been missing for 7 years, speaks out and drops bombshells. And it's by the grace of God that Big Tigger got out this situation when he did, because it would have got a lot worse. But y'all tap in, man. Check this out.
Baltimore County Police are searching for a missing 10-year-old girl. Aaliyah Brown has been missing since May 25th. She was last seen at her home.
Baltimore County Police say this has been an active investigation since 10-year-old Aaliyah Brown went missing. But they say they have now reached a point in their investigation where they're asking the public for any information leading to her whereabouts. Someone inside the home on Aaron Russell Court called police saying the child vanished around 1 a.m.
We don't have any evidence right now that showed that this was some type of stranger abduction. The interesting thing about this situation is that this was the same young lady who was left inside of a car by her mother about 6 years ago while the mother was inside of a casino.
A few days ago, Alicia Brown is Big Tigger's wife, but she also had posted a video to her Instagram with a bruised face, and the caption said, "Ask my husband what happened to my face."
These allegations and accusations that have been circulating about me are false.
Remember Alicia Brown? She was the same lady that left her kid in a car for 8 hours to go.
45 spoke with the child's mother, Alicia Brown, who says despite speculation on social media, 10-year-old Aaliyah is not currently with her. The mother says Aaliyah lives in a foster home and was lost 3 times before.
Investigating to see if there's a connection here. Right now we can't confirm. We don't know the whereabouts of Aaliyah. So we can't confirm what we have right now at this point. We want to find out, did she leave on her own, or did someone help her, or did someone provoke her to leave?
Met Alicia in 2009. How our beginning started, we dated for a year. It didn't work out. And in that year, she sent me to jail, which was kind of my primary reason for not having this work out. And from the time that she was pregnant, had the baby, and we tried, or we both tried to raise her, he did not really want me involved in Aaliyah's life. So it had always been a struggle to be consistently involved in Aaliyah's life without the court's help. I've always went to jail, ironically, for the same charge, and it was for assault. We got in an argument. We sort of went out one night back in, 2013, I believe, 2009, 2010 maybe. We supposed to have went out and we got in an argument, so I changed plans. I turned my car around and I was going to take her back home, and she took the keys out the car and we almost crashed. When I got the keys back to the car, she started hitting me with everything that was in vicinity of her reach in my car. I used to have I used to have a bunch of stuff in my car, so she was just hurling objects. By the time we got to park and the police arrived and everything, they arrest her because they look at my face, they look at all the marks on me, and they arrest her that night. But because she was pregnant, she said she was miscarrying, and they took her to the hospital, and then they released her. A day later, I got arrested. I had a warrant for my name saying that I brutally assaulted this woman, and it was completely false.
So who is Alicia?
You know, you can't even walk inside Maryland Live unless you're 21 years old, just because a casino is no place for a child. Same goes for a casino parking lot on a really cold day with no parents in sight. And that's why Anne Arundel County Police are really fired up after arresting a Baltimore mother last night. It was a dangerous and illegal gamble that 24-year-old Alicia Denise Brown took on New Year's Eve, one that landed her in handcuffs. The Baltimore mother left her 4-year-old daughter alone in the car all day at the Maryland Live Casino in Hanover. A visibly angry Lieutenant TJ Smith told reporters.
Parental selfishness, absolute stupidity, just a reckless abandonment. Shocking, appalling, disturbing. You hear something like this, you can't believe somebody would do it.
Lieutenant Smith says there is security video of Ms. Brown inside the casino, adding that the cameras also show after parking on level 4 of the garage, Brown was away from that car for some 8 hours and never went back to check on her daughter. It was a casino security patrol that found her around 6:30 p.m., heard a child screaming, the car windows covered with blankets.
I can care less if they had the whole car set up like a daycare center. That child should not be left in a car alone by itself.
Lieutenant Smith says the little girl was taken to the hospital to get checked out and is expected to be okay. But with the law, Alicia Brown arrested at the scene and charged with second-degree child abuse and child neglect. Alicia Health with no signs of physical child abuse. She was released to relatives, and Child Protective Services is now involved.
When I got the call, I jumped in my car and I ran and I went immediately to their family's house. I don't think it was the grandmother's home, but it was like her sister, the aunt. And, you know, they were real friendly, welcomed me in because that's where Aaliyah had been. Well, they went and picked her up from the casino once everything kind of came out. So I went and put eyes and hands on my daughter as soon as I got the call after it happened. My custody wasn't immediately transferred or changed was because in Maryland they will do their very best to keep mom and child, whether it be mom daughter or mom son. They do not want to separate the mother from the children. So you can leave a child in the car for 8 hours, and that's not good enough or not damaging enough in the state's eyes. They created a safety plan instead of removing my child from her care like they should have and transfer custody or at least get the child out of the home for the time being and do the investigation. None of that happened. They never separated from her even getting in trouble or being arrested. When she came home, she saw her daughter. If it were my time to have, I guess, visitation or if she's just with me, he would send her with like 3 phones, an iPad, and call every one of them. Anytime I would spend time with my daughter, he would make sure to tell her she's in like Disneyland or something to make my daughter jealous of not being with her versus me. She even had my daughter repeat stuff that was like completely false. I had drugs in my house. I had stacks of money laying in the corner. She even went on the court record and said that I have $100,000 cash in the corner stashed in my house, and I'm still looking for that.
Wasn't there some allegations about molestation as well?
Yes, that came at the end, or that came toward her losing the custody battle. It was like her last straw, the last, string she could pull. And again, it's an easy thing to do because the department does not decipher. They assume truth until it's proven, disproven. And she said that I was molesting my child, and they took her. The department took her from me to do an investigation.
In the end, a Maryland judge revoked Alicia's custody and granted full legal and physical custody to Durrell Williams. But because the molestation allegations were so severe, Aaliyah was reportedly living in a foster home at that time. But not even days after the verdict, Durrell said his daughter was gone.
The day that she vanished was actually that morning, and it was the day before they were going to pretty much quash the case. They being DSS. By this time, they took all communication away. Mom wasn't for the time being, they said no more communication. Now she's in foster care. It's like ridiculous. And before that was about to be over, she vanished. That's why everyone's seeing the Aaron Russell court. That's not an address that she lives. That was the where she was staying, the person. And I had met the parent and all of that because in between time, I was still going to go and visit.
She was last seen at a home on the 300 block of Aaron Russell Court. Around the same time, a white SUV was reported idling nearby. Someone inside the home called police, stating the child disappeared around 1 a.m.
Baltimore County Police are searching for a missing 10-year-old girl. Aaliyah Brown has been missing since May 25th. She was last seen at her home in the 300 block of Aaron Russell Court. Police say that a white SUV was seen in the area at the time. Anyone with any information about where she could be should contact police.
Fox 45 spoke with the child's mother, Alicia Brown, who says despite speculation on social media, 10-year-old Aaliyah is not currently with her. The mother says Aaliyah lives in a foster home and was lost 3 times before. Police can't confirm those allegations or whether or not the mom is a person of interest.
I'm extremely privileged to be here this morning, back at work. Over the past several days, there's been significant public discussion and speculation regarding my personal life. I understand this can happen being a public person. I've been doing radio now 32 years and television for 29. I appreciate first and foremost the support and concern that so many people have shown. I want to say categorically, these allegations and accusations that have been circulating about me are false, untrue, not happening, didn't happen. Additionally, it's important to clarify that Francesca and I have never been anything more than friends and respected colleagues. I'd like to apologize to you, Francesca, for the impact of these last few days or this last week. I hope you accept my apology. Out of respect for everyone involved, I ask for grace, privacy, and restraint as my family navigates this difficult moment. For more than 30 years, I've had the privilege of serving this in many communities through music, entertainment, and connection. I remain grateful for the trust so many of you have placed in me throughout that journey, and I intend to continue living and leading in that manner worthy of that trust. And to all the people who have either quietly or loudly stood up and stood 10 toes for me, I appreciate it. For the people who have reached out to check on me, I appreciate you. No name dropping necessary. You know who you are.
We are covering the unfolding saga, Eric, and now has turned into a bit more of a legal saga that we are seeing with Big Tigger, his estranged wife. I understand she has been arrested on some pretty serious charges.
Yeah, it's a never-ending story, it feels like. So this is completely separate from the domestic abuse charges that her estranged husband, Big Tigger, faces. This is her on her own, Alicia Brown. So on the the 7th, which was yesterday, she was arrested. This is her mugshot in Hart County. She was around mile marker 177 on Interstate 85 when a deputy there at their sheriff's department saw her car, and they had a bolo, be on the lookout for, and she was in a Range Rover, a black Range Rover. They pulled her over with the license plate matching. Here's a little bit from that arrest warrant, the incident report here that we were able to get our hands on here. At the time, she had, from Fulton County Sheriff's Office, there was a warrant there for her arrest in relation to that. Within the past 10 minutes, our assignment desk and our digital team, Jameson, she has talked with the Fulton County Clerk's Office, who have said since that arrest yesterday, those warrants here in Fulton County have been dismissed. Now, there is still another warrant, which is kidnapping charges. This is coming out of Baltimore County, Maryland. We have not been able to get those arrest warrants, they say, until she's extradited back and has a first appearance in court up there. But
as y'all can see, man, this chick needs to be put on a 5150 hold. She ended up kidnapping her child from foster care. The child has been reported missing for the last 7 years. The whole time she knows where the child is at. All because she doesn't want the father of the child to be in the child's life. Put molestation cases on him, which were allegations that were false. Told police that he was hiding drugs and money in his house, which were false allegations as well. This shit is like super crazy. But the father of Aaliyah ended up dropping an interview saying that Aaliyah is alive and that he's been knowing that she's alive, and hopefully he will be reunited with his daughter soon. But y'all check this out.
We wanted to bring Darrell Williams on, as we've been talking about him all day, Joe Claire. He is the father of Aaliyah Brown, who of course has been missing for the last 7 years. What happened when you got the call last night? Because of course you weren't expecting it. You got a call from the detective, and what did they say to you?
When I got the call, he just basically told me that they had her in custody.
Wow.
And you got a phone call because they had her in custody because of your case, correct?
Yes.
Aaliyah Brown was taken in on outstanding kidnapping-related warrants out of Maryland and by the Fulton County Sheriff's Office on felony charges of interference with child custody. Was Aaliyah Brown in the car with Aaliyah when she was arrested last night?
So they haven't located Aaliyah yet. They're still, searching and doing the investigation there.
Do you have confidence that Aaliyah physically is okay?
No, she's alive. She's definitely alive. I can confirm that. I've always known that. I've always known pretty much what was going on. To be honest with you, I hated it had to be who they have in custody because that's still her mom. And, all of this was for nothing. All of this was for absolutely nothing.
Wow.
I just want to take the time and thank everybody that ever, over this 7-year process, shared the hashtag, Find Aaliyah Brown. Anything that you posted about my daughter, it's really because of you all that I'm at this point.
What do you want your daughter to know when she hears this?
I just hope you understand that no matter who this was, they would have treated this the same way. You do not just take a child from another parent and go about like it's okay. This is not okay. This is actually against the law. So in time, I hope you can understand that this is the truth, and I'll still miss you. I can't wait to see you, and I just hope you understand everything that might be going on because I know it's a lot, and I'm sorry that your name is circling around so much for this instead of things that you're actually good at and talented at. But I pray we can just start on a good foot, and I'm waiting, and I'll be here, and I'm willing to go at whatever pace you want to go. I miss my daughter.
My man.